no information on the topo map. Once again, things change. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start the long journey from Cape Flattery. I've just driven out of Neah Bay. It's August 25th, and my goal is to be in Denver by September 4th. So I got a long way to go and a short time to get there. The drive out of Neah Bay is absolutely beautiful. There's some really great remote beaches that you can stop by and check out. And I chose here to cut across south along the Hoko River, and I believe this takes me past Olympic National Park. I don't know, really. I'm just sort of making this up as I go along. Oh, and by the way, if you do go up to Cape Flattery, don't forget to get your permit. It's that orange sticker that you see in the reflection there of my windshield. Anyway, it is, again, a long way to go and a short time to get there, so we'll see what backcountry roads I can fit in and arrive to my destination in time.
Jason Nero put the record on.
Well, good morning, if you can call it that. I slept until 8 o'clock. It's probably about 10 o'clock now, but I got up, made coffee, and went for a walk. I think I'm going to call day one partial, mission accomplished. I just didn't have time to cut through any of the national forests, just a lot of highway miles and stopping at beaches. So I think this morning I just want to show you a couple of things about the rig, about the way I'm actually using the space. My organization and disorganization kind of confessed to my mess. And then I realized I haven't shown you guys the way, the structure or the way that we wired in the Redarc system. So I'll go over the Redarc system. Basically I won't go too technical. I'll go into that. But the first thing wanted to share with you is that you guys know I'm an old river runner, so this is a system that I use, which is just a foot pump right here. And what this allows me to do is do all my washing, dishwashing, hand washing outside. Now, yeah, I can do it in the truck, but you know, hygiene is messy business. And so the way this thing works is you just get water in one pail. You got the foot pump, and then you have you have the little spout here that has a nice little machined bracket that clips on to the edge of whatever little pail you're using. That allows you to do all your messy stuff outside, and plus you can get water from, you know, a source other than your onboard source, like a creek or whatever. So that's the first thing I do if the weather's nice. I just move all that messy business outside. Now, usually I like to pull the kitchen out when it's good weather like this, but I'm not level, which is no big deal. I just set up breakfast here on the porch on the slide out, and I put a jug on the tailgate for easy access to water. I don't have to climb up to the top. And then on the inside, I've discovered that my old bony arse doesn't like sitting on that bench, so I just I got some foam, and I throw pillows there so I can lounge using the headrest as a backrest. That's where I hang out for the night. And I try not to get too cluttered. I keep a thermocell right here in case it's buggy. And then let me show you where I keep a couple of other things. I keep my personal hygiene stuff in this bag. I keep trash here so that I can get it while I can use the trash bag while I'm, you know, commuting on the road, or reach over from the inside and get it. And I got my laptop and a drone case here, and I put my dirty laundry in a mesh bag, and I just kind of throw it over here on top of the compressor tank. Again, I can reach that from through this door or from the inside. And now this ties into the electrical system, the Redarc system. Once we got all wired in, we decided to really take advantage of the Delta center console, because it can get, you know, you can get piles of junk in your living space. So what we did is we installed 3 charge ports right here between the seats, which are effectively places them, you know, right behind my right elbow. But you can see you can reach them from the driver's seat, passenger seat, or you can reach them when you're in the back. And plus, you don't need a very long wire to, say, set a laptop up on the refrigerator, you know, and stay plugged in. I did not put a big inverter on the truck. I just used this 160 watt inverter plugged into a 12 volt port, which that's worth mentioning. These two are USB, and then this is just a 12 volt because they're, you know, pretty versatile. But then we use the Delta center console. I can set every device that I have on top of it. You know, I put magnets on the back of my phone so the phone will be here or stuck to the side. And I have 3 more charge ports right down in here. These are mostly reachable by the passenger, really. But that's 2 USBs and a 12 volt, you know, cigarette port that keeps everything operating underway. And then, of course, we wired the scan gauge in. You can see that this wire loop here that's just running in through the dash and goes to the it's charged in appropriately. But you know, I can charge absolutely everything from here overnight. And just to show you, last night I charged up I charged up a laptop, a drone battery, tablet, 2 phones, and I can And there's no solar here this morning, I don't think. We can just go real quick. Then I'll go more into this, but you can see this morning I'm at, let me see if I can focus. I'm at 85%, and you see a little down arrow here. That means I'm going down in charge. And in fact, I might be able to just switch over to here and give you a look. Okay, well, it looks like there's some solar coming in. It's bouncing around, 8 to 12 volts, which is surprising because there's, let me just look up and show you let me get it to focus now. Focus now. The sun is really over on this side. There you go, it's coming back. Sun is really over here and going over that way. So I'm not really in the sunlight, so I'm surprised I'm making any solar. Anyway, let me show you how and where we ended up installing the battery manager. So I'm just gonna kind of walk up inside of here. Just move my pillows out of the way. And the way we ended up doing this was, obviously you guys have seen inside of this case before, but let me see if I can get this phone to cooperate. Okay, that's better. I had to take the hand stabilizer off. So inside of the box, one of the details that I hadn't mentioned before is that the solar panel is 48 volts. So we have to start off here with Victron and kick that down to 12 volts. That works out nicely, and then we have the battery manager 30 stashed in here, and then we have the two Lifeline 100 amp hour batteries. They're AGM. I won't go into AGM versus lithium ion yet, but anyway, we have them mounted in here really solid. And I have to mention that this is these battery hold downs come from Figs Engineering in Wheat Ridge, Colorado. And maybe I can show you his logo. There's the logo. And he does performance, cars for track racing and drifting, but a lot of his stuff crosses over into use here on the Overland rig. And then this is Joe Rosavi's idea right here. On the sides we have pieces of aluminum C-channel, and they're bolted down to the floor, and they're adjustable to where we can have varying width batteries. It's just a really rigid system. And then in here behind the passenger's door, you may have seen this before, is where the distribution box is. You can see that we have a vent down here for the battery box, and then there are holes in the bottom so that all the wires can be bent around in a gentle loop. Nothing's really kinked, and it just makes this area really serviceable. You can keep an eye on it. So that's how that works. I think now it's time for me to go ahead and wrap up and hit the road. I think my goal for today is probably just do a lot more highway miles again. I'm gonna shoot for the John Day area in Oregon, and hopefully I'll be able to take some backcountry trails for the next portion. Anyway, thanks for hanging out, guys. I will continue in the next video.